Hello, if you've clicked on this, your OBS is probably a mess, just like mine was. And I get it. It's very easy for it to happen. You come back later and you've added a source previously for something and you come back and you're like, what is that? It happens. So today I'm going to show you 4 simple tips that don't need plugins either, and it'll really organize your OBS. And after it, you'll be thinking, they were really easy. So if you're new here, hello, I'm Hook. I'm part of the Zero Cash Tech team. Myself and New York run the channel. And if you're not new here, welcome back. But let's jump to it. I'll not waste too much of your time. So the first one I want to cover is naming conventions. Now, it might seem on the surface like a really simple thing. You're thinking, come on, Hook. Trust me, there's better ones to come. But this stacks. There's layers to this. So naming conventions. If I zoom in here at the bottom of OBS, you can see I have a few sources here. A few of them are for images. A few are video files. There's a few that are text files for like latest sub or latest follow or something like that. So if I uncheck these, you can see the source there on screen. Or there's a video redeem that I used previously in a separate how-to video. So you can see that the naming convention at the side, I have in brackets what the source actually is. Trust me, this goes further than you think. So anytime you add a browser source, I put a B beside it. If it's a text file, txt, image, etc. Trust me, start doing it in all your sources and it'll make so much sense when you come back to something down the line. Now, the next best thing to do there, though, is if you have any sort of image at all, if you have more than one, what I suggest is you can highlight many like this, right click and choose group selected items. So simple thing to do would be image sources. Then you can collapse that folder. Excellent. Now the only thing I will say is if you have some of those image sources tied to something like Streamer.bot for a redeem, just go to Streamer.bot and make sure you change to say that it's now inside a folder. It'll be on the drop downs as you're going through your actions. Okay, and again, this one is actually pretty good. This one is something that I was using OBS for quite a while, quite a few months, and I didn't know this was a thing. But in OBS, you can see in the bottom corner here, we have scenes and we have sources, which we all know. You're like, yeah, of course, that's just how it works. But you can nest scenes. So if you'll notice here, I'm on the gameplay scene. So if I come to my camera scene, you can see here, the only source that I have is my camera. So I'm showing up now in 2 places for you. You can nest the scene inside your gameplay scene. So a lot of you will know this, a lot of you won't, and that's perfectly fine. The quickest way to do that is come back to your gameplay scene, go down to add a source, go to scene, and you can choose your existing scene here, which is camera. And there's my camera now for my gameplay scene. So if I resize this, move it about, you can see I'm now on your screen twice. Fantastic. There are 3 simple tips. The last one I want to show you is again just an organizational thing. Now, I will have a video coming after this one that is around adding plugins to OBS for organization, which goes way more in depth. This one is a very simple, you're just getting started with OBS, or some tips you don't know. But the last one I want to show you, if I zoom out here, on OBS, you can see that it can get quite cluttered. Like you have our activity feed, we have our chat, stream stats, all this stuff. And it gets a lot to look after as time goes on. Especially if you're trying to work on, say, a smaller second screen, or if you're using one screen, for example. So at the top of OBS, you do have the dock drop down. One thing I would suggest is you come here, uncheck anything that you don't need. Like I keep the activity feed, for example. I would keep that on. Chat, for example. Stats or Twitch stats, you probably don't need. Stream information, you do because it's set like your stream title, all that stuff. However, this checkbox at the top here, so lock docs, if I click that, you see how this is checked? If you uncheck that, what a lot of people don't realize is you can merge docs in OBS. So if I take, for example, scene transitions, it's something you'll set once and you'll probably never touch again. So if you click on the top of that, drag it on top of controls, they merge, which can save you a lot of space. I would take it further again. Let's put Twitch stats in there. Let's merge that. There you go. Audio mixer and the actual stream stats, we can merge those. You can take it even further. Now, as I said previously, there's going to be some that you don't want. So I'll turn off Twitch stats. I'll turn off stats itself. So now we just have at the bottom here, you can see audio mixer no longer has a tab. And it's just the scene transitions and controls. You could even turn scene transitions off if you wanted to. And if you were keen-eyed, you probably noticed I did this previously. So if you come over here to chat, stream information, I always have tab behind my chat. Because your stream information is something that you very rarely change when you're live, unless you're doing just chatting and then you jump into a game or something like that. But if you're just playing a game, or you're just chatting for the entire stream, you kind of set it at the start and then you never touch it again. So I would recommend tab as many docs as you can, and it'll keep your OBS really neat. So that's it. Now, I do have another video coming and shortly down the line that'll be more in depth, and it's going to cover 4 or 5 plugins for OBS that really take organization to the next level. It keeps it really simple and it'll save you a lot of time. A little tip for nesting scenes: if you create a scene that has your audio sources and then nest that scene inside every other scene, that'll save you a lot of time as well. You don't have to add the audio source to every single scene from there on out. But thank you for watching. Much appreciated. This one today was a pretty simple one in the grand scheme of things. But stay tuned for more coming soon. All the best.